Jennifer from Happiness is Homemade 4, and welcome to my channel. Alright y'all, today we are going to make a huge Grinch Deco mesh wreath using this right here. Y'all, the little Grinch bottom and legs. I got mine from Temu. I will link it down below for you. But you can find these on Temu, Amazon, Craft Outlet, Walmart right now, like in a Christmas like Grinch section, they had one. So that's just like a few ideas for you. But we're gonna use this big old thing right here. We're also gonna use the 18-inch wire wreath frame from Dollar Tree. Y'all, this is 18 inches. So we're gonna use this big one. Like I said, this is gonna be a big full wreath. So I always get my Deco mesh from Hobby Lobby. You can get this kind of anywhere. Yeah, and this right now, this is a Christmas. This is 50% off at Hobby Lobby. So I got this red and white striped, kind of like a candy cane for $5. And then I got the solid white on sale for $4. They are both 10 inches wide and 30 feet long. You're also gonna need some pipe cleaners. I just grabbed these red ones from Dollar Tree. You're gonna need some really sharp, good scissors. All right, now for ribbon. Okay, y'all, I'm kind of like obsessed with ribbon because I used to make and sell wreaths. So I've got a bunch of ribbon and I constantly am buying new ribbon. But I love to get my ribbon from Craft Outlet. It's online, I am not sponsored, they don't know who I am. But they have great wired ribbon at affordable prices. So, and I love to mix ribbons. So I'm gonna use this right here. You can see that. See the colors, the red, the green, the white, and there's like a kind of a Grinchy kind of green to it. So I'm gonna use that, and I'm gonna mix it with a red and white candy cane. So I'm gonna have these two together. And then I'm gonna use this one right here. I really like the look of that. And I'm gonna mix it with a candy cane. How cute are these gonna be? Now, if you're interested in these ribbons, Craft Outlet, you can't link them for some odd reason. All I can do is there is a item number. I'll list like the ribbon plus the item number. If you go on Craft Outlet, just type in that item number and it'll come up. All right, here's the thing. A Deco mesh wreath can take hours to make from start to finish. So you just gotta make sure that you're patient when you're working with it. Deco mesh I know can be a little frustrating, but once you get it, you got it. Now for me, this wreath will probably take close to 3 hours from start to finish, but for you, I'm gonna edit it down. It's not gonna take that. Hopefully I can get to like maybe like 30 minutes or so. But for those of you who've never made a Deco mesh wreath, I gotcha. You're gonna know exactly what to do by the time we're done. And also, if you love gingerbread men like I do, we made this wreath together a couple years ago. I will link this wreath down below for you in case you're interested in making this one, because this is adorable and it is like the perfect kitchen size wreath. All right, I am going to adjust the camera, that way you can see exactly what to do. So, okay. So the wreath frame has what I call sections. So each one of these, in between the little crossbars, is a section. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sections. All right, and because this is so big, we're gonna use more pipe cleaners than we normally do. All right, so in each section, we are gonna put 5 pipe cleaners for a total of 40 pipe cleaners. So what we're gonna do is, the 2 outside bars, so you're gonna take your pipe cleaner, you can go up from the back side, you're gonna wrap it around the 2 outer bars, get them pretty even with each other, right? And then you're going to give it a tight twist, just one, around the 2 outer wires, okay? So we're gonna do 1, all right, so we're gonna put 1 right there, 1 like right here in the center. Once again, you get your 2 ends together and give it 1 tight little twist, just like that. Now we're gonna do 1 more. Okay. And you're gonna make sure you're about 1 inch away from that crossbar. All right, once again, I'm just gonna do one tight little twist. So you see I've got 3 at the bottom of the 2 outer rings. Okay. All right, so now we are gonna do 2 on the inner rings, and we're gonna go like right in between. Okay, see like how they're that right there? Now we're gonna go up from the back side once again. And we're gonna wrap it around the 2 inner rings. And once again, just make sure you get your 2 ends lined up with each other. And do one tight, good tight twist. Just like that. All right, we're gonna do it again. Go to the back side, wrap around the 2 inner. And you're gonna do one tight twist. Okay, so now this section has 5 pipe cleaners. 3 on the outer 2 rings, and then 2 on the inside rings. So we'll do one more together. You're gonna do 3 on the outside, about 1 inch away from that crossbar. Okay, just one tight twist, that's all you need. Go right here in the center. Line up my 2 ends. And do one tight twist. Do it again. All right, get about 1 inch away from that crossbar. One tight twist. All right, so I got 3 on the outer ring. And now once again, I'm gonna go in between, and I'm gonna do 2 on the inside center, on the inside. All right, so one tight twist. I'm kind of in between these 2. I'm gonna do one tight twist. All right, so you got 5 here, 5 here. I'm gonna go ahead, so this video isn't so long for you. I'm gonna do 5 in each section for a total of 40. All right, so now we have a total of 40 pipe cleaners on here, 5 in each section. We're gonna set this to the side. Now, we're gonna take our Deco mesh. I almost forgot, very, very important, you have to have a ruler. Just a basic ruler. All right. To make it easier for you to see it, because of that white on my counter, I don't know if you can really tell. So I'm gonna take this one, same thing, I'm gonna hold this right here, and I'm gonna roll that off my counter. All right, now you can really tell. So I'm gonna take the ruler, I'm gonna put it at the edge, the end of this mesh. I'm gonna hold that, and I'm gonna do one flip. One complete flip, just like that. This is gonna give me a 24-inch cut. I always cut my mesh at 24 inches because it makes it nice and full. So, the end of my ruler, I'm now gonna cut straight across. Just like that. So this gives me a 24-inch cut right here. So, once again, all you do, just stick your ruler, the edge of the mesh, just do one complete flip. All right, so once I flipped it, I'm now just gonna hold that and I'm gonna cut straight across. Okay, it does not have to be perfect at all, and I'm sure mine probably goes a little downhill and wonky. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do the same thing and cut this whole entire row. So once you get close to the end, it just wants to keep rolling up on you because it doesn't have enough weight. Just take like your phone, a drink or anything, and just sit it down just to hold that. So same thing, just put your ruler at the end and just do one flip. And then I'll cut that. All right, so now with the white mesh, we're gonna do the exact same thing. It's just a matter of getting your ruler at the end, the edge of your mesh, hold it, just do one flip, and then just cut at the end of that ruler. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just get it, you know, cut as close as you can. And then I'm gonna go ahead, once again, I'm gonna do this whole entire row of this white mesh. Just cut it straight across. And I'm just kind of like throwing mine over here on the floor until I'm done. All right, adjusted my angle here because this is gonna take me a while. So once you get all rows cut up, I have them separated. I've got the red and white stripe and then my white. You just grab one to start with. And here's what you do. I take my scissors and I'm gonna put it up here to hold that end. So now I take this, I give it like a good row, sometimes two. I like to pinch it right in the center. And then I do what I call the spider crawl. As I'm pinching it, I take my fingernails, I take my nails and I pinch and work my way all the way up. Okay, and then once I get up to about right there, I now take this end and I give this a couple good rows. And then I pinch it in the center. So you have this beautiful like bow tie look. And if you look, you can see your ends are rowed. That way if you have any fraying of your mesh, it's gonna go down inside. Okay, see, just like that. All of my ends have this nice, pretty little row. Okay. Now, what you wanna do is, you're gonna start on the outside ring, and I'm gonna start right over here by one of my crossbars. It doesn't matter where you start, but you start at the bottom. All right, so I'm gonna start my first one right here. Okay, right in the center. So right in the center of that pipe cleaner. I'm gonna put this right here, right in the center. I'm now gonna take that pipe cleaner, and I'm gonna give it one good tight twist. Just one. All right, so that's got my first row of mesh. All right, so now the very next pipe cleaner in that section, do not skip around. The very next pipe cleaner, I'm gonna go with a white. All right, so I'm gonna take my scissors, I'm gonna hold that up there. Okay, I'm gonna give this a couple good little rows. I'm gonna pinch it. I'm gonna pinch it right in the center. And I'm gonna take my fingers and I'm gonna pinch and crawl all the way up. All right, when I get about right to there, you're gonna roll this and you're gonna give this some couple good little rows. And then you're gonna squeeze it and pinch it all together for that same pretty little bow tie look with your ends rowed in. All right, so that very next pipe cleaner, you're gonna put that right down in the center of it. And you're gonna do one good tight twist. Just one twist, that's all you need. All right, so I got the red, so I got my red, I got the white. I'm gonna do another red striped. Okay, take my scissors, hold that up there. I'm gonna give this a couple good little rows. I'm gonna pinch it right in the center. And now I'm gonna let my fingers pinch and crawl all the way up. Pinch and crawl up. Okay, once again, give you some length. I'm now gonna roll this. I'm gonna give this some good little rows. And I'm gonna pinch it. Just like that, same thing. Now I'm gonna go to that very next pipe cleaner on the bottom. I'm gonna stick that right down the center of that next pipe cleaner. And I'm gonna do one tight twist. All right, so in that one section, the three bottom ones, the three bottom pipe cleaners have the mesh in it. All right, I'm not gonna do the top just yet. I'm now gonna just spin around. I'm gonna go to that very next pipe cleaner on the bottom. All you're gonna do is you're just gonna rotate, but you're gonna go all the way around, not skipping any pipe cleaners on the bottom. So we have the red. I'll do the same thing with the white. A little row, work my way up towards the top, just pinching and crawling, let my fingers walk all the way up. All right, I'm gonna let this in, give that a couple good little rows. Bring that together. You got it pinched right there in the center. I'm gonna go to that very next pipe cleaner on the bottom. Stick that right down there in it. And just do one tight twist. Same thing, I'm gonna go with my red. Just like that. Okay. Same thing. Y'all, this is very repetitive. So it's just the very next pipe cleaner on the bottom. All right, so we got a red. Once again, we're gonna go with a white. Just like that. And I'm gonna go to that very next pipe cleaner. And yes, you kind of have to move your mesh out of the way. Just that very next one at the bottom. And it's a good tight twist. All right, y'all. Same thing. You're just gonna rotate your mesh and you're gonna go all the way around the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then we're gonna go to the top and we'll do that together. All right, this is the bottom, and look how big and full we already are. Now, you gotta go to the top. All right, so now at the top ring, remember you have 2 in each section. Y'all, it's the exact same thing. You're just going to roll your mesh like we've been doing, and you're just gonna rotate and go all the way around without skipping any pipe cleaner. So all right, we'll just start right here at this section because I can have it here. I'm gonna take my red and white. Beautiful little bow tie. All right, give me this. And just find that first pipe cleaner in that section. And just one good tight twist of that pipe cleaner. Okay, now I'm gonna do a white one. And just go to that very next pipe cleaner. All right, same thing, just gonna do red, your stripe, then a white, stripe, then a white, and go all the way around. And then we'll go on to the next step. All right, y'all, I have not made a wreath this large since 2019. The 18-inch wire wreath frame. I used 4 row of Deco mesh. Now, I didn't use all of it, like I still have some of the white, but I used 2 rows of the red and white and 2 rows of the white. Now, granted, I still have a lot of the white left over I could use for another project, but to complete all of the sections, I did need a total of 4 rows of mesh. All right, so look how big and full this is. All right, every pipe cleaner now has a roll of mesh in it. We're gonna put this to the side. Now, for my ribbons. So I'm gonna use 2 things of 2.5 inch ribbon, wired ribbon. I'll always use wired ribbon. So I have 2 rows of 1.5 inch. All right, I know I want this to go together, and I want these to go together. All right, once again, you're gonna need a ruler. Okay, because we have 40 pipe cleaners, that's a lot, 40 pipe cleaners, we are gonna need 20 of each one. You're gonna need 20 of each thing of ribbon. So what I do is, once again, I just kind of let that roll off. Just let it roll off my side. Or I'm gonna take my ruler, once again, right at the end of the ribbon, I'm gonna flip. So this is 1. That gives me 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is 10, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. That way it doesn't get too thick on me. So, I'm gonna go ahead, right here at the end of this, I'm gonna go and cut that off. All right. See my ruler in there? I'm gonna go ahead and slide that ruler out. Slide that roller out. Flatten that down. All right, see right there? I'm gonna take my sharp scissors. I'm gonna go right into the center of that right there. And I'm gonna cut straight across. I'm gonna do the same thing at this end. Right there, that loop. Kind of open that up a little bit. Okay, take my scissors, go straight inside there, kind of pull up a little bit, and I'm gonna cut straight across. All right, so I have 10 here. Once again, right here on the end. Start on the edge of your ribbon, hold that down. All right, that's 1, 2, 3, 9, 10. All right, I'm gonna cut that off right there at the end. All right, even with your ruler in there if you want, just open that up, find your loop, stick your scissors in there, pull straight up and cut straight across. Get your ruler out. And then stick it in there and cut straight across. Alright, I now have 20, it's so much, 20 of this one right here. This is the one I want to go with it. Right now, I need 20 cuts of this one. Once again, I'm gonna let this ribbon roll off the edge. So right here at the end of the ribbon, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10. Because this ribbon's thinner, I'm gonna go ahead and do all 20. 11, 12, 18, 19, and 20. All right, so I'm gonna cut off right here at the end of my ruler. All right, so squeeze those ends together, make it nice and flat. I'm gonna stick my scissors right here on the inside of that loop. I'm gonna pull straight up and cut straight across. All right, there's my ruler right there. Get that out of the way. So once again, where I pinched it, you can see where the loop is, where it's bent. So now I'll stick my scissors right there. Pull straight up with my scissors, make it nice and secure. And I'll cut straight across. I now have 20 cuts of this one. So see, these will go together. Same thing, really quick. I'm gonna go ahead and cut 20 of this one, 20 of this one, doing the exact same steps, and then we're gonna move on to the next step. Okay, so once all your ribbon is cut, you now want to dovetail all your ends. Yes, all of your ends. I'm gonna show you kind of like a little shortcut so it doesn't take so long. And depending on like how thick your ribbon is, put 2 together. Line up your ends, fold it over in half, hold it upright just like that with your ends lined up. Take your scissors straight up at an angle and then cut, and that will give you a perfect dovetail, and you just did 2. So then you turn it over, do the same thing to the other end. Fold it over, make sure your ends line up, straight up at an angle, and you're gonna cut. See, got the perfect dovetail. And it doesn't matter like how thick your ribbon is. It doesn't matter how wide your ribbon is. You're gonna do the same thing. Because this is really thin, I have 3 right here together. I just make sure my ends line up at an angle. I cut that, turn it over. Once again, kind of adjust, make sure. Fold that over, and cut that. And I now have 3 cut at one time. Okay, I went ahead and I cut everything. That way this doesn't take forever. And what I do is, I take my the wide ribbons, and then the thin ones, what I want to go with it, I'll lay right on top of that ribbon. Okay, so with this right here, I want the candy canes. I'm laying that right on top, just like that. And I've got 2 stacks right here. So I have a stack of the striped with the candy cane there. And then I have this one right here. And I just stack them right on top of each other. That way it makes for an easy grab as we're adding the ribbon to our wreath. Okay, now I'm gonna put these apart. We're gonna get our big old wreath here. What you wanna do is, y'all, there's a lot of mesh here. You just wanna go to your first, whichever pipe cleaner at the bottom. You're just gonna pick a place and you're gonna start there. So right here, I'm gonna pick up my first bundle. Okay, you're gonna get your ends lined up. I'm gonna fold it over in half and just give it a little pinch. That lets me know that is the center of my ribbon. And I'm gonna pinch that right there in the center, just like that. And I'm gonna lay it right down into that pipe cleaner. All right, now I'm gonna do 2 good tight twists. Okay. And then you just kind of do an X. You just open up your ribbon. You're just gonna make it kind of look like an X. Just like that. All right, so that's my first one. I'm gonna go to that very next pipe cleaner. Y'all, when you're doing one of these wreaths, it's very repetitive. So I got this one. Now I'm gonna pick up this bundle. Once again, get my ribbon centered. I'm gonna fold it over in half. Just give it a little pinch, a little fold. Find the center right there. I'm gonna pinch it, just like that. And I'm gonna go to that very next pipe cleaner on the bottom. Do not skip around. Just go all the way around the bottom. And once again, I'm gonna do 2 good tight twists. All right, so my ribbon, I'm gonna take candy cane up, stripes down. Now I'm gonna take stripes up, ribbon down, candy cane down. See? Like that, you're just making an X with your ribbon. All right, now I'm gonna go back to this bundle. Fold that over in half. Pinch it right there where I have that little fold. And I'm gonna go to that very next pipe cleaner at the bottom. And I'm gonna do 2 good tight twists. And I'm gonna open up my ribbon. Alright, so I got that one. Now, I will go back over here to this one. Fold that over in half. Pinch it right there in the center. And then just move on. I have to dig for it sometimes. That very next pipe cleaner. And 2 good tight twists. And then once again, open up your ribbon. Make it like an X with it. Okay. Once again, it's gonna be the same thing. We're just gonna take turns, rotating ribbon, going all the way around, not skipping a pipe cleaner. All right. Look how pretty we're already looking. Now we have to do the exact same thing on the top. So start anywhere. Just find your pipe cleaner. And just once again, you're just gonna find your first pipe cleaner and then you're gonna move around, go into the very next pipe cleaner without skipping one. So I'm gonna grab this bundle right here. I already have it folded over for me. I'm gonna pinch that in half. I'm gonna pinch that right there in the center. I'm gonna go to my first pipe cleaner on the top. We're now up at the top. And I'm gonna do 2 good tight twist. All right, so I'm gonna take this and I'm just, whoops, nope. And I'm making an X. So kind of see the green is going like this, and then my peppermint is going like that. It's just a big X. So, very next pipe cleaner with my other bundle of ribbon. Pinch it right there in the center. So that was a white mesh, so I want to make sure I go to a red mesh. To that very next pipe cleaner on the top. Because there's so much mesh, because this wreath is so big, you kind of have to dig around for them. 2 good twist. I'm going to open these up and make an X. Alright, my very next pipe cleaner, go and get my pipe cleaner ready. So now I need this bundle. Pinch that in the center. And then go right there. Once again, 2 good tight twist. 1, 2. And do it just like that. Alright, once again, I know you don't need to see me do this whole thing. I'm going to go ahead, finish the top, rotating, going to the very next pipe cleaner, rotating my ribbon, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, finally, all of the ribbon is now on here. Y'all, I don't know if you can even like tell how big this wreath is. We're gonna measure it when we're done because this is huge. So now we're gonna take our Grinch bottom and legs. I did notice like his little bottom was kind of flat, so I'm gonna try to like see if I can get some of the stuffing to go like towards his butt. All right, so it came with this big long ribbon right here. I've got this stem wire. This is from Dollar Tree. Use whatever kind of wire that you have. This is 20 gauge. So I'm gonna try this because I want to make sure that my Grinch bottom is securely attached. So I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of those wires and I'm going to poke it through the red, kind of get up in there. I'm gonna come back out over on the other side. Just like that. And I'm gonna give that a little twist. Okay, you see that? Okay. Do the same thing over on this side of his hip. Let's kind of push it through the red over here. Get it to poke through, go through. Make sure you get quite a bit of the red. And you want to get it up in there. Poke through on the other side. Kind of get your ends lined up a little bit. Right? And then give that a good twist. Okay, now I'm going to bend these forwards, just like that. Okay, so now, y'all, I have never used this thing right here from Temu. So, okay, so I've got that added on there. Now I'm going to stick him right back in there. Alright, so now that he is in there, I'm now going to take those wires that I just added. I'm going to open up my mesh wreath and I'm going to look for the frame of the wreath. Okay? Now I'm going to take this, I'm going to take these, I'm going to wrap it around the wire wreath frame. I'm going to try to zoom in so you can see this. Alright, see, I'm moving on this mesh and ribbon on my way. I got the wire wreath frame right here. I'm gonna take these two, I'm gonna wrap it around those two. I'm gonna push it through to the back side so I can grab the wire. All right, did that. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Come over here. I'm gonna move all this mesh and ribbon out of my way until I find the wire wreath frame, which I did right here. I'm gonna take my 2 pieces of wire and I'm gonna wrap it around. I'm gonna go in around the wire wreath frame. Okay, grab those. Now, we're gonna turn this over. Flip this over. Okay, here is the green wire that we added to the Grinch. See these? Now, I'm going to get these flat against the wire. And I'm gonna give this some good, tight twist around my wreath frame. Okay, I'm not gonna cut that off just yet because I want to make sure that my Grinch is centered and right. I'm gonna turn this around. All right, once again, you can see my green wire from the Grinch. I'm also gonna give this some good, tight twist, several twists. Okay, I'm just gonna push that flat for a minute so I don't scratch my countertop. We're gonna flip this back over. All right, our Grinch bottom is in there. Now, if you turn it over, now you kind of have to like flip out your ribbons again. Some of them kind of got bent a little bit. No big deal. Just kind of adjust them, make them all pretty again. Okay, I want his little legs to be crossed. So I'm just gonna like hook his little ankles. All right, if you have ever made a wreath with me before, you know I have to like put it up so I can look at it and see it versus like trying to look down. Because I feel like when it's hanging up at eye level, you know like where you want to add things. So we're gonna take gingerbread down and we're gonna hang this big boy up. Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all. I always keep right here. I have a clear wreath door hanger. I think I got this at Dollar Tree years ago, but it's clear. So it blends in, you don't even notice it. And all I'm gonna do, the wreath itself, I'm just gonna loop this. I'm just gonna hook it onto here. Just like that. Y'all, this is so big. All right, his little legs, they have wire in them, so you can make them straight if you want, just like that. I like them kind of bent, and I'm gonna cross my ankles, so the little shoes are gonna like hook together. You can like bend it up a little bit more if you want. I have this ribbon right here, 1.5 inches wide. Yeah, 1.5 inches. See that? Look how pretty. I'm now gonna like take this and let that hit the ground. So, I'm gonna go ahead and dovetail this end. I'm gonna get me a tail, just like that. I'm gonna pinch it. I'm gonna come up here and find a pipe cleaner. And I'm gonna stick that down into that pipe cleaner. I'm gonna do 2 good, tight twists around that. 1, 2. So there's my tail. I'm gonna loop it, just like that. And I'm gonna pinch it right here. And I'm gonna go to another pipe cleaner. Just very random. And I'm gonna do, once again, 2 good, tight twists around that. Okay. See, we got that right there. Right, so now I'm gonna fold that over in half and I'm gonna dovetail this end. Just like that. Just add a little something to it. Now I'm gonna dovetail this end, cut that. I'm gonna pinch another tail. I think I'm gonna come down here, find a pipe cleaner, doesn't matter which one. I'm gonna do 2 good tight twists around that one. Okay. Get that up there. I'm gonna kind of bend it. Some good tight twist around this one. And then I'm gonna cut that off. Dovetail it. And then I'm gonna come over here onto this side. Pinch me a tail, just like that. And I'm gonna find me a random pipe cleaner. This one'll work. And then just 2 good tight twists. And I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna loop it, pinch it, in the center of that pipe cleaner, and then do 2 good tight twists. And kind of bend that a little bit. I'm going to dovetail this end. We got that, that's going there. Let's do one coming out this way. Find me a pipe cleaner. Stick that in there. 1, 2, got that. And I'm going to loop it, kind of bend it, pinch it, and then come down here to a pipe cleaner. And now cut this one off. Alright, this is already so big and so cute, you could be done with it. Or you could take like some candy pieces, some ornaments. I've got a bunch. I always, like after Christmas, I go in and get stuff on clearance. I got a big old thing. I have a lot of ornaments I get on clearance. I like this beautiful shade of green, which is, I think it would be like perfect on this right here. So you can just take some ornaments in the little loop, where like where your little, where your hook would normally go. You take it, and like one of your pipe cleaners that you already have on here, you just take your little loop right there, you put it through the tail of one of your pipe cleaners, push it down on there, and then just do some good tight twist with your pipe cleaner. And that's on there. That's not going anywhere. Through this one up here. Just put it right through there. And then once again, wrap your pipe cleaner really tight around your ornament several times. So I'll put this one down here. Okay, I've got this really pretty, like almost like a peppermint kind of look. We'll put it over here on the side. Once again, I'm just gonna loop it through a pipe cleaner. Alright, I moved the one. I didn't like it like right here, so just kind of moved it around. I'm gonna take this little like peppermint one, we'll put it right up here, right through that little pipe cleaner. Little peppermint. Got peppermint here. Maybe like a peppermint over here. Alright, here's what we're looking like. I also have some of these like foam, styrofoam candy canes from Michael's. I only have 3 of them, but I'm gonna hot glue these into the wreath. Let's see. First, I'm gonna play around, kind of see where I wanna put them. Alright, the best thing about this with hot glue, I can stick it anywhere that I want. I don't do a lot of hot glue, but sometimes I will. Alright, so my hot glue gun, I'm gonna put some hot glue on the end of this candy cane right here. I'm gonna put it right there, and I'm just gonna stick it in up here, and it's gonna adhere to that Deco mesh. Something like that. This one right here, I'll put hot glue on the end of this. And I'm gonna put this like right down in here. Hot glue down here on this. And then we'll put it right down inside there. And I think I want to put this shiny green ornament right here. Right, you just have that, like, that little pop of green right here. Right, that is so cute! Alright, so what you do have to do is, though, you're going to turn it over. Get this off here. Alright. The wires on the back from how we attach the Grinch, I'm going to cut it right above my last twist. Got some my wire cutters. Cut those off. Okay. Now you see, I'm left with like this little bitty stem, like right there. I'm now going to push that into the mesh wreath, and I'm going to flatten it. That way it cannot scratch a door or window. This one right here, see that? I'm going to cut it right above my last twist. Okay. So you see, I got this little stem, this little wire sticking out right here. I'm going to push that into the mesh wreath. And I'm going to squeeze it carefully because it's sharp. And now that is flat. I can run my finger across that and it's not going to scratch anything. Oh my gosh. Y'all, this wreath is huge. It's like 30 inches. Y'all, I think this is like one of the biggest wreaths I've ever made, but it is so pretty. I mean, the Grinch, just all that red, white, and the different shades of green just mixed together. Add just some ornaments, some candy pieces, you know, whatever you want that you love for your wreath. But I am so happy with how this turned out. Okay, now, let me say, I haven't made a wreath this size since 2019. So I kind of forgot like what it takes. It took 4 rows of Deco mesh total. I did 2 of the red and white striped, 2 of the white. I didn't use all of the white, but I did need 2 rows of it. So 4 rows of Deco mesh. I used 4 different ribbons, which I will try to link down below for you. You can't link it. I can just put like the item number to Craft Outlet. But I will say Hobby Lobby, Walmart, Michaels, they all have beautiful wired ribbon. You could just get some there. Just when you're in the store, like put different patterns together. I love like a print with a stripe. I've got this striped with some candy. You know, just mix it together. Just get colors that really like complement each other. This wreath has taken me over 3 hours. We're going on like 3.5 hours now. So if you do decide to make one, just be patient. It is time consuming, but look how beautiful it turns out. And once you like make one and you get it, you got it, you can make several different kind of wreaths for every holiday, every season. But let me know what you think of our large Grinch wreath. Oh, also, I am not cutting my pipe cleaners. Normally I cut off all the excess tails of the pipe cleaners, but they're pretty. I use like red tinsel kind. This is from Dollar Tree, $1.25, and it's so pretty and it matches perfectly. That's why I'm not gonna cut mine off. Now normally, like I said, I would like trim off the excess, bend it, pinch it down, but I like it. And I haven't decided if I'm gonna keep it or sell it. I don't know yet because I have a Mrs. Claus wreath that I use on our front door for Christmas. So I don't know if maybe this will go upstairs to the game room door or if I'm gonna sell it. So, but alright, that is it. This was our first Christmas craft of 2023, a big old wreath. So lots more of crafting, decorating, our shopping hauls, Dollar Tree every Friday. So if you've not yet subscribed, hit subscribe, click the little bell for all. That way you're notified for everything we do around here. Cause you never know what we're gonna do. And I got a thankful tree that we're gonna do together. And it's just something so special for you, for your family, if you got little kids too. It's really a great thing to do every year. But alright, I hope that you have a wonderful day and I'll see y'all next time. Bye guys. Thanks for watching.